Hello, witches. I am High Priestess Orson Venus. Thank you for joining me for this broadcast. And this broadcast is about, can a witch curse an entire town? Not just curse one person, but an entire town. Can a witch curse an entire town? The answer to that question is simply no. But that's not the end of this broadcast. Why can a witch not curse an entire town? The reason why a witch cannot curse an entire town is because to curse someone, it has to be for a justifiable reason. You have to have a good reason to curse someone, because witches do not let that type of energy that is required to curse someone go easily. For a curse to work, it has to be for a good reason. Everybody in the town or state or country or village is not an enemy of the witch. So the witch is only going to target those who deserve to be cursed. Witches do not curse people with no good reason. Witches have a good reason to curse someone. And the other reason why a witch cannot curse an entire town is because there is always going to be one or two or three or four or maybe even 5 people that will resist the curse, that will counteract the curse. It just takes too much energy to curse everybody in a town, a state, or village. It takes too much energy. Don't let it slip your mind that witches are indeed human. Witches may work alongside the supernatural, but they are still human. Witches still bleed like everybody else. It simply takes too much energy to curse an entire town. Oh, but what if you might say, what if the entire town is responsible for that witch's grievances? That's impossible. Not everyone in a town, a state, or a village is against one witch. Some people in that town or village or state simply don't care and don't want to be bothered. So no, it's not possible for a witch to curse an entire town. That is the stuff of Hollywood. A witch is not going to invest her or his energy, all that energy, all that hatred and anger. Remember, witches, it takes anger and hatred to curse someone, let alone an entire town. It takes 2 things to curse someone, and that is anger and hatred. And witches there is no witch who is going to use all of his or her own energy, because witchcraft is working with the energy found in nature. That witch instead is going to maybe use that energy for protection against those town folk. So they will back up, back off, back down, leave that witch alone. But he or she is not going to curse an entire town. The people that resist that curse simply don't care about the witch. Simply don't believe in witches or witchcraft or spells, hexes, curses, or rituals, even though it's all real. It's all real. It's not imaginary. You simply don't care, so it won't affect them. It won't affect them. The witch will simply move on. It's in the best interest, and I highly recommend the witch does move on, not waste their energy on an entire town. Because not everyone in the town is guilty. They can't all be against one witch or one person who may have been accused of being a witch. The entire town, state, village is not against that witch. So the witch instead will single out people who deserve to be cursed. A curse, I said this before, a curse only works if the person deserves it. It only works if a person deserves it. You can't just curse someone just because they stepped on your Jordans or your Nikes or your Chanel gown. No, that's not justifiable. That is not justifiable. That's materialistic. You curse someone because the witch curses someone after they have tried to talk to that person. A witch is not going to waste time talking to an entire town. The witch is not going to do that. They're not. They're not. They will simply do a protection spell or simply leave that town or that village or that state. Even if they have no money to their name to leave, they will find a way to leave. Why? Because like I said last night on my live broadcast on Instagram, witches are powerhouses. It's true when it comes to witches. Where there is a will, there is a way. But now we say, where there is a witch, there is a way. There is a way. The witch is not going to waste his or her time generating, gathering all this energy to unleash on a town. They will only pick out people, men, women, and yes, children too. Go back and watch my broadcast when I said, should witches curse children? I did a broadcast on that. So go back and rewatch that broadcast titled, Should Witches Curse Children? I did a broadcast on that, and you need to go watch it before you comment anything about what I just said, okay? Yes, a witch will single out people in the town that must be cursed because they won't stop their bad, horrible, unconscionable behavior towards the witch. The witch will do everything natural, mundane. They will try to be civilized, polite, nice, respectful, and then when those options are exhausted, that's when the witch has no choice but to act on the people, not the entire town. Not the entire town. That's why I tell people that when a witch curses you, you deserved it. Because a witch does not let that type of anger and hatred go so easily. They do not. Not with no good reason. It has to be a very good reason for a witch to really lash out in anger and hatred like that. Because it's not released easily. Witches know, they may not say it like I do, but yeah, witches are powerhouses. Witches are powerhouses. But they're not gonna destroy other people's houses around their enemies. They're gonna target the homes of their enemies, but not the entire town itself. Witches have people in mind who they want to hurt, who deserve to be hurt, because nobody escapes a traditional experience with the Queen of Witches. Nobody goes on their merry way. So to answer that question finally, properly, because I've been asked this question, can a witch curse an entire town? The answer to that question is no. And now that I've explained it, finally, you are finally hearing it. Now you know the truth. Now you're informed. So thank you, witches, for joining me for this quick pop-up broadcast that needed to be taught in less than 10 minutes. And with that, I release you into the rest of your day. Be sure to share this broadcast on your other social media platforms and your stories so that your followers know that there is a high priestess here who is ready to teach.